Thank you. I am proud of my clapping abilities. And you checked if yours is recording, right? I'm just being paranoid. Testing. Sweet.
Pretty good shot. Yeah, it's maybe a little bit of our recorder is in it. That's all right. All right. Coming in, Daddy. Right. Back in the cat. Oh, I didn't bring my E-pen, which I think is okay. I guess. I don't need that.
I just saw an old note I did for a possible short. It's actually really funny.
Share it.
It's about like I think it'd be a funny short to do one about this dude or guy or whatever who just really wants friends, and so he just hands out his iPhone location, like shares his location with everybody. It's like, hey man, what do you do later? Yeah, well here's my
Find me on Find Friends.
Yeah, here's my location if you want to hang out.
Do you have a phone? Do you have an iPhone? Find Friends.
You can just show up.
Here, accept my friend request right now on Find Friends. Do you have the Find Friends app? It comes actually on every iPhone. Find Friends.
Find my friends.
And you're following my location. I'll see you tomorrow.
Or whenever you want to show up.
Where are we gonna meet? You'll know where I am.
Exactly.
I'll see you at 2 p.m. Find me on Find Friends. Hi, Zach.
Hey, dude.
Hi, Those Boys fans. If there are.
Should we get the subscribe video out of the way?
Sure. I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean subscribe to what? There's like is there an echo right now? Echo. Check one. Sibilance. That's pretty good.
What's up, Those Boys fans? If you haven't yet, please... Cool. Click the subscribe button.
Yeah, all good there. Try that. You can go for that again.
What's up, Those Boys fans? If you could please hit the subscribe button if you have not yet done that, that would be fantastic. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah. Honestly, it's actually hard for us to not say this, but we would be very happy if you hit the subscribe button right there. Hit that subscribe button. It's right there. It's right there. The subscribe button. Maybe that like button too. Helps the algorithm.
And if you're feeling real risky,
throw
the
algorithm.
Comment on one of our videos.
Algorithm is sensitive these days. We're getting like no views on our YouTube videos. Sorry for the squeak there.
I think they're testing us because our content's got cleaner and better.
You mean like the robot, or like there's actual human beings that are?
I think it's little minions that live inside your phone that like pick at you and
you mean like things. It's a personal experience. The algorithm is like personal to each phone. They're like,
yeah, it's like typing up documents and shit.
That's like how the dial-up used to sound. Oh, finally, Juno.com from my email.
You know, doing all the editing for the podcast, it's really funny how many times we repeat ourselves.
What do you mean?
We talk about dial-up all the time.
Oh, dude, it's because it's the funniest fucking... Because, that's where we come from. We're millennials.
Yeah, true. It's weird to think back at it. And when I get really stoned and I think back to that life, I get so anxious.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What? The dial-up days are very anxiety-ridden.
Yeah. Well,
looking at eBay porn was not easy, man. Which we talked about.
eBay lingerie porn, yeah.
I feel like we could keep talking about these things until we get more and more views, because these are topics that I think maybe other people have done, like eBay lingerie is something we got to bring back up over and over.
Yeah.
To each other, maybe it's because we have trauma. Do you think it's because of trauma?
Well, no, we just had really strict parents that made sure they knew everything.
But we've talked about this before, right?
No, we did. We talked about episode 6, but we talked about covenant eyes and stuff like that.
Which episode is this?
This is episode. Oh, hey everyone!
Welcome to.
Oh, you changed this! Hey! You totally
welcome
snuck
to
up on you.
nine.
Episode 9,
Great
baby.
job changing the sound
Thanks,
effects.
man. I try to do as sneaky as possible.
Being like as tech savvy as you are and as like over the top controlling as I used to be performative, we barely do anything for the performance. We're just like, nah, let's just sit down and do it. And look where we've come. The second episode of our new studio. So,
Yeah. Starting to feel a little homey.
It is. It really is starting to feel a little homey. And also have I've added an addition. We got to keep adding to the show. I mean, maybe change it up a little bit. That's fine. Leave that there. It's kind of right in the middle of the shot. But we do have a chess board here, and if I have a tattoo actually of the king chess piece, and it's funny about this tattoo. Maybe I'll share why I got this tattoo another time.
The chess piece?
The king chess piece. Do you remember why I got
wasn't
that?
that something to do with your college roommate?
No, this one was me and Shaheen.
Oh, I don't know the chess piece. No,
But the chess
why'd you
piece
get the chess piece?
was-
I mean, I probably do know after you tell
It
it.
was after like my last relationship before I met Megan, because I was single for quite a while before I met Megan, and I realized at that moment that I was like, man, I'm like a king chess piece, which means I keep dating all these pawns. I need to find my queen chess piece. So I got that.
Dark, dude. You should just change the reason why you got it.
No, that's the reason. I was like, I can't keep dating all
we
these
all
pawns.
we all have dumb tattoos.
It might be
bro.
egotistical, but guess what I found? My queen chess piece.
You did.
My Indian, beautiful, brown queen chess piece, baby. Which this chessboard right here is wood. So, maybe it kind of resembles a little bit of... Anyways, chessboard, it also goes back in our lives, right? Like our dad raised us on chess.
Yeah, chess was fun.
He taught us some of those like tactics where like, you want to kill a guy in 10 moves? How about 4 moves? 3 moves? I'll show you. And we were like, oh, dude. So now when I'm showing my son, he's like,
oh, dude. That's what he is too.
He's all he wanted to do. Dad, do the 3 move against you. Yeah, do the 3 move on me. Why don't you do the 3 move on me? I can't remember it. So, anyways, White always goes, plays first.
Well, so first, we're playing a game of chess this podcast throughout the podcast.
The entire cast, yeah. Why not?
I have nothing to prove. Because at some point...
And I have nothing to prove,
Okay.
but I'm going to kick your fucking ass.
At some point, we really want to have those boys ping pong table, and we're going to play
Yes.
a ping pong game prior to the video podcast.
The idea of having a game before, during, or after, some sort of competitive nature where when we start interviewing people, we can compete against them, or they're like, like 2 versus 2 ping pong or 1-on-1 chess. I think like us playing during the cast is because it's just you and I. But
also, it's really interesting. It just brings something else to it.
Yeah, something to do. So why don't you go first? Your first move. And
Okay.
I want to say that your haircut is also like coming in nicely.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow, every time you get your haircut, it's so perfect. It's like it's threatening in a good way. It's like a reminder of why I need to get mine. So I was gonna get my haircut before this next cast, and I didn't. Yours is looking better. And Megan was even like, "You should get a little clean cut." I'm like,
You should clean up.
"You should get a little clean cut."
Yeah, luckily my girl doesn't say things like that, because then I do everything she says. If she was like she doesn't give much of an opinion on my hair. So it's like, oh yeah, I got my hair cut. She's like, oh, you look so good. That's it. And then it's like, oh babe, I'm gonna grow my hair out. I don't want to cut it. And she's like, that'd be good. It's like, that's it. It's like,
What? Then you're good. Then you'll just do it.
Then I'm good. If she
So
was,
the
if she
approval
was
of
like,
your woman
Oh,
is
yeah.
like
Well,
all
no.
you need to do anything.
but if she was
Babe, I
like,
think I'm gonna jump off a bridge. Yeah, you should. Okay.
no, I mean more like if she told me where she was like, oh, but babe, I love your hair short. I'd be like, fuck. The whole time we're together, I have to keep my hair short now.
Have you ever grown it out long? I don't think I've ever remembered. Actually,
I always
remember your bowl cuts.
Oh no, I had the Bieber hair, dude.
I had the Bieber hair too.
Yeah, Biebs, baby. No, you had the
Even though we had the
bowl.
Bieber hair before the Bieber hair.
Yeah, we did. Interesting move. Okay, you're trying to. Okay. Sorry, I'm so distracted by your move.
I think. Well, this is the idea, right? Like we're. I think this gives us an opportunity to like focus in on the chess board. Oh, I was going to tell you this while you're thinking about your next move. So you and your girl had date day yesterday, right? Me and Megan had date day yesterday, And it's just, man, there's nothing better than like having a day off with your girl and having like sleeping in. I mean, I wake up 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. because I can't get an entire night's worth of like rest or whatever.
Is that because you work in the mornings super early? So you've trained your brain to just be up early.
What I do is I just like wake up, hit my pen, and then I'm like literally at the edge of my bed and Megan's like, and I'm there like, come on, go back to sleep. And then I go back to sleep.
Do you ever feel like that sleep though? Like when you like, cause I do that sometimes too. If I wake up like at 2.
I'll take whatever I can get these days.
Yeah.
I'll take whatever I can get these days.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've heard that argument and I'm like, I feel rested. Maybe like waking up isn't, I feel rested.
I remember when you first started smoking weed a lot and you said you'd use it for sleep because you really needed it for sleep.
That's kind of what I did start using it
I always thought that was just an excuse so you could just smoke weed.
That was the real reason.
But then now that I smoke weed so regularly, it's like, no, I don't think I'll fall asleep if I don't smoke weed now. It's really, it's kind of like,
that's just probably, I mean, that's like kind of, I don't know, that might be more of an addictive trait, don't you think? Oh man, but I know that you actually probably would sleep really well if you didn't try. Like if you went in the night and didn't, just because now you're so familiar with smoking and that feeling.
I'd fall asleep like, and then I'd wake up like, I got sleep. Zach, I'm ready to get up.
Yeah, hold this. Show me a night's rest with you smoking pot.
Okay, ready?
Falling asleep, you high. You're high. I smoke the ganja. Smoke the ganja. That's a big hit, dude. Is that what you do? Oh, shit. Every night.
Babe, you want some? No?
No, I don't need any. I don't want any.
Come on.
No, I got an early morning. I got an early morning. I don't want it.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, you got right down to that red hot. Oh, you hit the back.
I always drop the phone on my face.
That's you dropping the phone. Oh yeah, luckily it's not an iPad or something, right? Because it's like leaves a cut. It hurts so bad. You're like,
it's like, oh fuck, crap.
Now I'm oh you fucker, dude. Dude, you better get up and grab something. Here, hold this up right now. Hold it right there. You got clumsy fucking dude.
Sorry, man. I am quite the clumsy little fuckaroo here. Okay.
Oh, man.
I'm just going to take a brief hiatus.
Take that right there. Take that towel, baby. You little bastard.
We'll just clean up the... all right.
Oh, not bad. Could have been worse.
Okay.
I really hope the shot's still okay. I have to look.
Oh, I can see it right here, dude.
Oh, Zachary, we spent all this. Okay, can you remember the board? Remember you have yours there, yours there, yours there. Clean it up, clean it up. I remember it. And I remember your queen being gone. That's what I remember.
Okay.
Was that right? Yeah, that was right. Okay. Check the shot. Oh, great. Now the shot's all fucked.
No, shot's good. Right? And the board will just move. It's fine.
That's good. All right. On that note, it'll be my turn. I'll take the next move. I can't remember what we were saying, man, because I thought that was the end of the cast.
I legit was like, wow, this is going so well, and I fucked it up. It's fine, though.
No, we'll get back on it. Anyway, so I was talking about never better than having like date day with your girl. And it's just funny what me and Megan always end up doing because, we've done the beach trip. We go out to lunch. We'll get the brunch. But most of the time, we're always throwing in a workout. A date day is not a date. I mean, any day is not a day without like some form of a workout, right? So a date day with us is a workout together. And so we work out together a lot in the afternoons if we're both not working when I get off. But yesterday, we were like, let's go to a high school like running track or let's go to the junior college running track. Sexy, like we'll take put our headphones on. We'll just run the track. Because it always feels good like to run like everything's painted and nice. So then we get to one of these high schools and I'm starting to think, this is a little weird. We're like adults walking
Just
into
go to the junior college.
walking into a high school. That's what I said. I was like, let's just go to the junior college if like this is like.
Yeah,
if
I'm
you're
pretty
kicked
sure
out.
it's community accessible, no?
I don't know.
I mean, but if you look like a student, then no one's going to talk to
Right,
you.
at the junior college, we do.
Yeah.
At high school, we look like pedophiles.
Yeah.
And so
maybe a bad idea.
But Megan
teachers.
might look like a high schooler, and she was like, I look like a senior, and I was like, you don't anymore. And she was like, what's that supposed to mean? I was like, you don't look like a senior in high school. You're almost 29. She was like, I'm like, honestly, it's probably by the way you dress. It's like, you are not Gen Z. You are a millennial. Look at you. You look like a hillbilly millennial looking sexy. Like, you know,
she does look like she's not from California.
no, she looks Southern as fuck.
Yeah, super southern.
And which is hot. I love that shit. But like Gen Z California is like super long white tee with like
I know, so
Nike,
LA.
Nike. Yeah, exactly. Very
Yeah.
LA. And so, anyways, we're walking in and there's a sign right there that's like, if you're not a student, you're not allowed to use this, right? You know, like track. And we're like, this is not good. So I was like, you know what? we're going to the JC. We're going to the JC. And then good old me, I'm like, we're going to Hood Mountain.
Oh, that's what you guys did yesterday, right?
I was like, I'm going to make her run Hood Mountain.
So did you guys do the full 12?
We did. We went to the very top.
Well, I know, but did you start where
We started
it's a
at
6?
right out St. Francis Winery. Is that what St. Francis? Yeah, you take out going to Sonoma, go to St. Francis Winery, take a left, and we ran like half of it. Like
So
run, hike.
Did you hike for like maybe half a mile and then had to come cross a river or like a creek?
Oh, there's there's 2 ponds we crossed. I mean, it's like the main one. It's the one I've been to many times.
Well, I know there's multiple trails.
Oh, there's multiple trails.
And yeah, the only one I've done is the biggest one.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, I don't think you ran that.
No, I don't. I'm not. It wasn't 12 miles.
Okay.
We did the same one I've always done, which was I think like 5 miles up, 4 or 5 miles up.
Still such a steep mountain, man.
But
what's wrong with you?
yeah. So I was like, hey, we're gonna. She was like, this isn't the J. We're not going to the junior college. And I was like, no, we're going to Hood Mountain. She was like, what's Hood Mountain? I was like, you'll see. Because some of Hood Mountains, like straight up, like the incline is so intense that you can lean forward and be like,
yeah. And even use your hands to help yourself climb up the hill. I swear. Yeah. I did it when I went out.
And yeah, man, we just kicked our asses. We got all the way to the top. And every like time we'd pass one of those signs, it'd be like, Hood Mountain Summit, 1.8 miles. And it'd be like 4 miles at the start or whatever. And you're like, oh my God, we're getting so close. And it's like 1.6. And you're like, why is this taking so like 1.5? You're like, what? Or why is this taking so long? Like right before you get to the summit, it just feels like it takes so long to get there, because you're so tired.
Oh my God.
And that feeling.
Yeah. Every corner you turn, you're like,
yeah. And you're like, and you turn, it's like vertigo, like the scenery's insane. You're just like, and then you're like, see it square. Like, do we have to go? Oh my God, we have so much more. Do you want to we can't turn around now. So anyways, and then we ran down it, most of it. We did like hiked and ran down it.
Yeah.
And like, running down, it's like,
yeah, I know.
So
no, it's true.
And Megan's like, I'm basically sitting. And I'm like, I know. Every single step is a lunge and a squat.
Oh, it's a tough one. You sore today?
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're real sore.
I bet you could tell, like, I'm just not moving as fast as I normally do. Definitely not as fast as I normally do.
Dude, Hood Mountain reminds me of when I first got my camera. Actually the one I have at the house. Still the good one. It was a
Back
Rebel.
when you were like really into photography, like in high school?
No. So this is like after Blouse when we started remember when we went snowboarding I got into the GoPro and then I was like, dude, I'm buying a camera.
Right.
Just for photography. I want to take night photography. And it was the T6i Rebel, Canon Rebel. But long story short, I wanted to hike up Hood Mountain. I heard it was the best view because you can see the Golden Gate from the top. Gunsight.
Oh yeah.
Gunsight Rock, whatever it is there.
Yeah, that's exactly where we were.
Yeah. If it's a clear day,
dude,
you can
full
see.
Panorama. Is this the most?
Which this far away, that's wild. That's so far away.
It's beautiful, man.
But like just
amazing
so
to be able to see.
It's the best view. It's the best view.
Some of San Francisco.
I really wanted to get like the scenic shot with my new wide angle lens, and so I was like doing all the hikes around here, and just getting a bunch of footage. I was so devoted, man, just to learn photography. I loved it so much.
Were you watching YouTube back then?
Oh yeah, that's all. I mean, still to this day, man. It's like that's the way you learn.
Yeah, it's been like a decade now plus of YouTube degrees coming left and right.
I feel like it's like very welcomed. But I started my hiking up the long version of Mount Hood, and it's because I also really liked hiking. Hiking was just an escape for me.
Right. Oh yeah, because we're right by the hospital.
Oh,
so that's
nice.
reach. I don't know if we're gonna be able to pick that. I don't know if anyone can
No,
hear
they'll
that.
probably get gated out, but still, it's like we can definitely
Oh
hear
yeah, it's
it.
like vibrating because it's a helicopter that's coming in right out of the hospital. It's like war. Get out! Anyways, yeah.
But no, so I started the Mount Hood, which is it's a 12.6 mile hike, both ways. So you go, it's the 6.5 miles up or whatever, 6.5 miles down, but the up 6.5 miles was extreme, and I just didn't prepare, and it was before daylight savings, and so it was going to get dark at 5. Right, started at 11 or like 10:30, and I thought I was getting there early.
What, in the morning? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so it's a whole day hike. You bring a snack, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And so I hiked for about a mile or two, and it's a good like 2 hours, and then I get to a river. And it was a full blown river. It was like, oh, fuck.
Damn, this is back when it used to rain then.
Yeah.
There's no more rivers. There's just creeks.
Yeah. But I was surprised too. I was like, wow, this is a river, and like that is the path over there. So I spent about an hour thinking how to get across, hiked way down the river, and then hiked over this tree and jumped over. And so I was only on the other side. When I came back, I knew I was gonna have to swim the river. I was like, I'm gonna have to go in the river when I come back. But that's a coming back like problem. Started hiking up, and like at this point, it's like 1:30. Hiking. Dude, that uphill, it just never stops.
No, it's endless.
And every single,
and if you're carrying anything,
dude, every single turn, I'd be like, I cannot believe. And I had so much camera equipment. So I'm like, and I didn't see anyone or hear a soul for the entire day.
Oh, yeah. The moment you get up there, there's a certain point where people kind of, all right, we're going to turn around here.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, we're going to keep going.
But then once you keep going, you get to a point where you're like, I have to keep going now.
Oh, no, yeah.
It's like
you
I put the
reach
effort in. And so I didn't reach the top until like 2:33, and they were closing the parking lot at 5 because that's sunset, right? So I already knew, I'm like, dude, my car's going to get stuck here. I can just know it. So I get up there, I set up my camera for a couple shots, get all these amazing shots. I could probably put them in the podcast here. Like it's dope. I
should send you some that we took yesterday too.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, send you, baby. It's you now, my friend. Fuck, what was I saying? And then, ate my sandwich that I brought, scarfed it, and I was like, I got to go back. I got to run back. So I put everything in my camera bag and started running. So I was just like, I have to run the entire 6 miles back or I won't make it back to my car in time. You know, it's like, I have to run the whole time. Don't stop. And I had I was out of water. I was out of everything. And I'm running. And there's this part where the paths broke off, and I was like, Zach, which one did it go? Because that happens so many times.
Oh no, yeah,
that's what
I was going to say is we got lost on the way down.
I start running, dude.
We got pretty scared.
I start running, and I go a good half mile, or maybe even like a mile. It was a good at least 20 minutes running into a darker forest, and I was like,
a darker forest.
Fuck, dude! And then I start seeing signs of a campground, and I'm like, oh my god, took the wrong turn, so I had to book it back. Legit got to my car at 5:50, dying. Like just completely freaking out because I didn't know what I was going to do if my car got stuck there because there's no reception. I was like, I am going to have to hike down now the whole mountain that you drove up to get here to the start point. You know, I was like, oh my God. And I got there just in time when the guy's locking the gate. I was like, please let me live.
He's like, oh yeah, you're fine. Come on.
He's like, oh yeah, well, we're still waiting for the other people.
Yeah, he's like, there's like 6 other families we haven't heard from. You're fine. Come on, man. We weren't gonna lock it till midnight, anyways. You know. Yeah, it's a lot of good memories.
I love getting lost in our forests.
It's great with Megan. We had blast. It was super. It was like 80 degrees, amazing weather. It's your turn, but because I'm recognizing that time's flying by, right? And I don't want to run out of time. The moment to Reddit is I got some great shit, and so.
A moment to Reddit.
So, I know as you're playing, let's see if you can keep it going here. So,
it's a good.
Welcome to Moment to Reddit. 10/9/22 is when this is. I've gathered the information today. A lot of great stuff out there when you're really willing to go digging. And there's a thread out there called Shower Thoughts. Got to follow it. A lot of great stuff. So here are some shower thoughts. Break these down with me, will you?
Okay, let's break them down.
All right. Generally speaking, when you feel stupid, it's because you just got smarter.
I mean, generally speaking, yes.
I mean, like, so you learn something and then you're like, God damn, I'm fucking stupid because...
But not every time you feel stupid is a moment that you feel like you learned something. Sometimes you just feel stupid because someone else is an asshole.
Explain.
Like if someone thinks they're right and they make some stupid pun towards you and everyone around you laughs and you're like, but he's still wrong and I'm not wrong. This person's a douchebag.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like people's attitude can make me feel stupid for like not being understood or like being the
But I think
stupid
like
one
it's taking
saying
it
something.
from like generally speaking, when you feel stupid, it's because you just got smarter. The idea is that like as you learn, you realize there's so much you don't know.
Yeah.
The more you learn, the more you realize you don't know.
Okay.
That's part of what learning is like light bulb is like, oh, I get it, which is like revealing how much I don't understand.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe that's true. Anyways, moving on. Thank you for that one, Zach. The rise of self-checkouts has likely improved condom usage rates.
The rise of self-check. Oh, because people don't have to have the awkward.
So AI or robots.
Dude, what an amazing study.
Yeah, okay, robots, and not even an amazing study. It's just an amazing shower thought. What a great thought.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, I didn't even look into it that much, but I mean, obviously, how many times? I mean, I've gone to Safeway and bought shit and been like, oh, thank God, there's a I just gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Always like, you know, like
Yeah.
you could do that with booze. I remember like back when we were drinking all the time.
Yeah.
It was like I always had that feeling like this is weird, you know, like I'm a dad and I'm like buying like literally macaroni and a bottle of really nice whiskey. And it's like, this doesn't look good on like the checkouts. I wish I could just use self-checkout, but I can't. So always they're like, another depressed motherfucker out there, huh? Good whiskey though.
Good
What do you
whiskey.
do for a living? Don't worry about it. Gotta go.
I like that though.
Condom usage. Tell me, like,
Well, because I
do you
remember,
remember buying condoms?
Well, no, I remember I needed to get some, and we just with our upbringing, that's just a whole different topic to talk about because it wasn't like
Whether it's our upbringing or not. I mean, like, I feel like buying condoms is such like a relatable thing.
I know, but you weren't supposed to be having sex
Before, of course, but like before Amazon, before online
dude,
ordering.
yeah, you'd have to go to Walmart.
Do you remember it? Yes.
Yeah, dude, and you go to the pharmacy and you would tell
No
the
self-checkout.
Latino lady. Like,
Latino
"Hello?"
lady. Oh wow, really? Latino lady.
It's just
racist.
true.
I mean, it's true. It's true. But
just
you know,
true,
I'm just
Brady.
saying, man.
I
What
don't
if
know, for sure. The hardest working people of this
What
fucking
about the
country.
Indian guy?
He's
Can't be the Indian guy
He could be.
at the 7-Eleven. Come
feel
on,
like-
Zach.
I
Let's just
feel
get down
like
there
that's-
deeper and deeper here,
let's
okay?
keep digging down.
Yeah,
keep going
all right,
down.
How about this? They're checking
Them.
you out. Them.
Okay.
Okay. Don't put it on them. You're the one buying the condoms.
And hi, I need to get some condoms.
Yeah. That's what you say?
need
Yeah,
condoms.
are they behind the
And
counter?
you feel ashamed. You look down. I need some condoms.
Can I get your extra large super ribbed?
No, dude. What's funny is I didn't know what I was doing, and so I text you and I say, Nate, I need some condoms. And you text me back. You're like, yeah, that's my boy, or something stupid. And you were like, I'll meet you at the town green.
No, wait. This is
real. And you were gonna give me 2 condoms, dude. You were just looking out for your brother, dude. I wanted to sleep with my girlfriend.
Wrap it.
Yeah, I wanted to sleep with my
Stay
girlfriend.
cool,
I
wrap
had
that
no one else
tool.
to talk to about that, and so I was
We know
like,
what
dude.
happens when you don't.
And you fucker. You know what you did?
What did I do?
You were like, "What size are you?"
No.
You don't remember this?
No.
And then you were like, "Yeah, dude, you got to know your inch size, so what condom you buy." And I was like, "Fuck!" And so you're like, "You got to go get hard."
This is false term memory
No,
syndrome, man. There's no
you made me do
way.
this. You said you have to go in the bathroom and get hard and measure yourself and tell me. And I did it.
God, best older brother.
I did it. And then the second I said it, you're like, fucking idiot. You didn't have to do that.
Man, I was good. I was good in my early 20s.
Yeah, you just didn't
Whereas
give
my
a-
late
You just
teens-
did not care.
My
dude.
late, that was my like 18,
You were
19.
like, ha, just did some damage. All right,
No,
let's move on.
it was not. It was still like, no, I was just having fun.
Just good old condom fun.
Man, my first time buying condoms really was traumatic, though. Not because of any sort of family upbringing or anything. It was just because of the person I was with. And like, I was at their house and it was my first relationship. And the way she used to say it was she'd go, I just think it's like really cute that I'm dating a virgin. I'm so innocent and young. I don't even know really like what's happening. But she used to make these comments like, I just think it's sweet that like I get to be your first. And like if I was smart back then, I would have been like, we got to move on. I'm going to move on from this one.
Yeah.
But so there was one night when And I had to go to the corner store by myself, and it was traumatic. Like, she wouldn't come with me. I just learned a lot.
Yeah.
And they're like,
And you're like what? Like a 16-year-old boy?
yes, I lost my virginity when I was 16.
Yeah.
But based on this shower thought, outside of that,
Yeah, it's taken us quite far.
yeah, let's get out of that. Let's go back to the shower thought. As I went to a 7-Eleven,
Yeah.
and it was like maybe 1 a.m. I don't know. It was sometime in the middle of the night, and like, so I'm the only one, and I'm like in high school. Like nobody's anywhere in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're the condoms. Comes out.
What was the ethnicity of the guy behind the counter?
Why?
Because we're just going there.
No, we're not. It doesn't even matter.
continue.
That's not what this is about. Anyways, he comes out, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm not seeing where the condoms are anywhere else." And I'm that's just me. I'm so blunt. I'm like, "Can I get the condoms behind the counter?" And he was like, "There's a lot of condoms behind the counter. Which one would you like?" I was like, "What the fuck, man? I have no idea what type of condom or whatever."
Yeah, but I mean, that's a common question,
This is
though.
what I saw. I saw golden ribbed, and I was like, "Oh,
That sounds nice.
golden ribbed." I was like, "I'll take the golden ribbed," and he was like, "Okay," and gave it to me, and that was it. Beep, and couldn't get hard.
Of course, your first time.
Moving right into this next shower thought because it's gonna land so well. Ready, Zach? I need you to be ready for this. Get ready for this. Get ready for this. Actually, I'm gonna make my. Yes. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna make my next move really quick before.
I think those sound effects were perfect.
Yeah, I kind of fucked this up. We're gonna like that. Ready? Moving right on.
Moving along.
Your hand, as in anybody's hand, for the most part, is bisexual.
Yes.
I love it. Your hand is bisexual. Makes so much sense.
It has to be.
You wanking one day and then you finger in another day, or same day,
Yeah.
or same time.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, juggling both tamales is what we like
Are
calling
you a
that.
juggler? Do you like to juggle? Are you like with your helping yourself and your girl at the same time? Like, I got this, babe. I got me. I got you. Let's do this together. Here we go.
I got you,
Here we go.
babe.
Here we go. You take my arm. I take your arm. Here we go. There we go. Name that movie. I got your arm. You got my arm. And there we go. There we go. Call it Dutch Rudder.
Oh my God, I don't know.
I think it's Clerks. Clerks 2.
Yeah. I think I've only seen that a couple times, but that's a great
Moving
film.
right on to another shower thought here. It comes evolutionary explanation for morning wood.
Okay.
Morning wood. When you sleep, your body is replenishing its chemicals used as neurotransmitters. That's why sleep is so important, right? Replenishment. One of those chemicals is called prolactin, which suppresses erections throughout the day. Once the body stops releasing it, because it started manufacturing the next day's worth, you get erections. Since it happens when you sleep, you don't really notice until you wake up. So it's all about like the lack of release and the release of something else.
Dude, I have learned this before, and it doesn't make sense to me every single time. I don't know why. It should make sense to me. I just don't get it.
What do you mean? It's just like anything else. It's like when you have something like a neurotransmitter that's blocked. Think of like antidepressants, right? What do antidepressants do?
Yeah, they're blocking.
Serotonin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
Inhibitors.
something like same idea.
Yeah.
It's like when something's being replenished, it's not being used. It's just saying here that one of those chemicals is called prolactin, which suppresses erections throughout the day. So as prolactin is being released throughout the day, suppresses erections throughout the day.
So it's a buildup of prolactin.
We know that you don't have that much prolactin because you have boners all fucking day. Once the body stops releasing it because it starts manufacturing the next day's worth, you get erections. Oh, so when you have, so it stops releasing because you have to replenish it at night because you're making it at night and you're releasing it during the day. Because if it's not being released right now, we would be hard right now. So I wonder if you're nervous on camera. Oh, porn stars have an amazing amount of prolactin or the ability to turn it off.
Right. Actually, they just take the right pills. Most of them.
Every single morning, do you have morning wood?
I wouldn't say every morning, but
Really?
99% of mornings, yeah.
Oh my God, I have morning wood every fucking
I think
morning.
there might have been a few mornings
Dude, I have a
didn't.
nap on the couch and I am hard as a
for sure.
goddamn
For sure.
rock.
For sure.
I can't fall asleep anywhere without
But there's
getting hard.
never been a time you remember where you didn't? There's got to be a couple.
I think the older we're getting, because I'm like, you're 30. We're in our 30s now. I'm 32.
Yeah, dude, you just stay hard all day.
It's just a little bit. The old man things are starting to kick in. Even though we're in our 30s, we're young. You start to notice these things where you're like, God damn, babe, I'm hard as a rock, but don't touch me because I'm sensitive. I am sensitive. And now that right there just ruined our camera angle. You realize that?
Sorry, it was all for the bit, man. Camera angle's fine. Camera angle's still good. Phone's hot. Wow, dude. I was trying to do a joke. And I
literally set up this entire podcast today. I set up everything, all the camera angles, all the coloring, white balance, all of the white balance I set up.
Yeah, he did all of it.
We're going to move into more of moment to Reddit. Getting right into entertainment. John Cena sets Guinness World Record for the most wishes granted through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I love John Cena. I think that he got a lot of flack with that whole apologizing to China thing. Remember all that?
No, dude, he got actually a lot of respect for that, I think.
No,
because he spoke Chinese really, really well.
Oh, that angle.
Or Mandarin.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. He spoke Mandarin or Cantonese or whatever. I think it was Mandarin probably. But no, of course. Like, I mean, it's great that he knows how to speak a language, but I think that's the whole idea is that, like, don't piss off China. If you piss off China, then they'll, oh no, type of thing. So nobody stands up for like human rights things when it comes to China. But all that aside, that's like kind of his past. I don't know. I'm a big fan of John Cena. I think he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Remember Trainwreck?
And I think he's so funny. Yeah. I think he's so good at what he does. I will fuck you
in your dick hole.
That still sounds gay.
That's so gay.
No, John Cena's great, man. And he actually does a lot for the world. Yeah. And
I mean, that's pretty big. He's doing a lot of Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's a world record. That's like before children die. That's like end of life cancer. Like that's a lot. That's a lot of going.
So does that mean
that are? You have to have a big heart.
Does that mean that he's done a lot of Make-A-Wish things?
He set the most. He set the Guinness World Record of doing the most, which means he's granted the most wishes for the most end of life. He's a big part of the WWE, right? He is WWE.
Yeah, exactly. He's John Cena. That's him, right?
Yeah, of course.
You know who's trying to get into WWE?
Logan Paul.
Yeah, but he's trying really fucking hard.
He's not trying. He's in the WWE.
No, I know.
He's not trying. He's in it.
What's your opinion on that? Because I don't know anything about the WWE, and is that how you get in? Do you just like
Logan
go
Paul,
in?
I see the Paul brothers as like really no different. I mean, like, sure, their characters are probably a lot different than ours, but like white brothers who make it on YouTube, like we're making videos as kids. It's like the Justin Bieber. It's like you get picked up in the industry and like, but these kids are making videos nonstop. So they're so fucking famous, so much money that what are you going to do? Like what's Logan Paul going to do? He does this, like the new age YouTube boxing. His brother's a professional boxer now. Like it was only a few years ago where everyone was making fun of Jake Paul for boxing. Now everyone looks at him as being this actual legitimate boxer. He didn't like go through the same things other people bought, like whatever that means, So I think it's a fucking awesome that Logan Paul's in the WWE. I think it's like that's like I think it's going to be really hard for him to enter that realm and just like, I think he knows what he's getting into. Like the way he talks about it is pretty like, I don't know. It sounds like an opportunity that's going to make him a ton of fucking money. Yeah. All of his merch.
Well, because WWE is such good money, man.
Logan Paul's getting a lot of flack right now for all that shit about Puerto Rico. And
what exactly is the flack from?
So
because he's obviously evading taxes, but is that what it's about?
Yeah, I mean, like that's basically it. Like people that move, like you have these colonies in America, right? That have like you can move to Puerto Rico and basically have 0% on taxes when it comes to oh my God, why am I forgetting the name of when you buy stocks and you sell stocks? What's that called?
Assets.
But what's it called when you sell stocks on taxes? You have to pay taxes on your
losses.
Yeah,
gains.
But there's like a term for that. I can't remember.
Commodities. No, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Whatever. It's like on the tax from with all fucking talk, like all fucking stocks or whatever is if you have to pay a huge amount of taxes on the thing that you're selling your stocks or whatever. There's like a term for that. And then you can pay 0% taxes on that. Capital gains. You dumb.
Dude.
Grow the...
Be stupid.
And
so stupid.
anyway, so if you're Puerto Rico, I think it's 0% on your capital gains tax, which sounds pretty great. So why wouldn't you move there? Well, there's a lot of fucking reasons why not to move there. So I am 100% against that. Making a ton of money and moving somewhere where the culture and the community of that area is being ripped apart because of people just like you. It's called colonialism. It's called colonialism. That's exactly what colonialism is. Just another form of it. So he's getting a lot of flack for that because Bad Bunny came out and like in his music video was like, Pinchas putas Logan Ball, pinchas putas Logan Ball, pinchas putas Logan Ball.
Fucking bitch Logan Paul.
I don't know, but that's like his little Spanish I know. I know a lot of like
good rendition. But is that really
yeah,
it was in his song?
Bad Bunny like brought out Logan Paul and like used him, but there's so much history and this is what it is. So Logan Paul once again is being used as the scapegoat because he's getting older, just like and becoming such a huge image that and he's always online, like just like you're posting all these clips, like you're gonna put your face out there, it's gonna be used. So anyways, he got all this flack, and then he did a live podcast with Impulsive, and his guest was Shaquille O'Neal, and I thought that was pretty epic.
Yeah, in Shaq actually in that episode, he said something really interesting. Did you see that clip yet?
I haven't watched.
I think I might have sent it to you. No, but he gets mentioned as a celebrity. I'm hoping it's from this podcast, but either way, is Shaq on a podcast recently that just said he got mentioned as a celebrity. It's like someone called him a celebrity on a podcast, and he goes, "I'm not a celebrity. I renounced the title of celebrity 3 years ago. Celebrities are assholes, man. I don't do celebrity shit. Blah blah blah." And he starts going off on this rant about celebrities.
He's also a DJ, so I mean,
yeah. But it just was like, yeah, I guarantee you, man, most celebrities are not the nicest of people.
I mean, I think you're the one serving them, right? Like you've met celebrities, you've met multi-billionaires. I think you meet these people every day for all the time for a living on your bartending gig. So it's
and we're about to have them
character's
all
an interesting
there.
thing. It's like we could have a whole conversation about like why does money and how I think that being born into money we talk about a lot. Anyway, we'll get sidetracked. Yeah. Moving on here. This is some great shit about Leonardo DiCaprio, and we're big into entertainment here in our family. We were raised on all things Hollywood, like Singing in the Rain. Our grandpa was a theater director in Los Angeles, and so which I was thinking we should use the clapper thing that grandpa made for me.
Oh, do we? You have one?
Yeah.
Oh, we should totally use that.
It'd be fun to write chalk on it for each episode. So some great entertainment here. Timothy Chalamet reveals that Leonardo DiCaprio was the one to give him the advice: no hard drugs and no superhero movies.
Who was the one that said that?
Timothy Chalamet reveals that Leonardo DiCaprio was the one that gave him the advice that said,
I saw this
no hard drugs and no superhero movies.
I saw a clip of this on TikTok today too.
I like talk about morning. I have morning wood for Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
And I am a bisexual man. Not only are my hands bisexual, but I am a bisexual man. And I have asked, you can ask Megan. We watched Dune. Oh my God, man. Like there's something like his face, his nose, his Adam's apple. He's so young. He's got that Adam's apple actor. Like,
yeah. Yeah. He has a look, man. It's a very mysterious, ominous look. That was good rendition of it.
But I love that. No hard drugs and no superhero movies. I mean, obviously no hard drugs, but no superhero movies.
Because superhero movies put you in a different dynamic of movies.
A good thing, bad thing? What does it do?
Depends on what you want. It's the same. I think it's the same like relation to you can become an influencer or you can become a Logan Paul. Where it's like, and a Mr. Beast. It's like,
right.
Yeah, it's different level, different game. I feel like anytime anyone is in a superhero movie, they're already going to get at least another 8, and each one pays them multi-millions.
Unless their character gets killed off, right?
Yeah, but still, you were a superhero. You can get anything now. I don't know. It's for some reason glorified in our society, which I don't believe it. But then there are some actors, though, that kill it in the superhero game, and I think that's a really interesting thing that some people are actually really good at it.
Check this out. We're going to move in right on to this next topic that I think is about superhero movies and just like Christian Bale said that green screen movies like Thor are monotony to film. Can you differentiate one day from the next? No, absolutely not. So I looked up the term. Obviously, Christian Bale doesn't think superhero movies are good for the industry, and neither does Leonardo DiCaprio and Chalamet. You know, the Timothy Chalamet. There's some great actors in superhero movies, but I think that like there is a something like there's clearly a line drawn when it comes to actors. Like, I'll never do one of those Marvel movies. But monotony, what does that really mean? So I like printed out.
Okay. Tedious,
lack of variety, dullness, boredom, lack of variation, repetitiveness, repetitionist, sameness, unchangingness, routine, worrisomeness, tiresomeness, lack of interest, lack of excitement. This is what monotony means, right? Superhero movies are like, bam, like in your face, boom. But I think that the repetitive nature, how they're just coming out like Disney said, bum, 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 bum. What do you think? Do you think superhero movies are like monotonous? Do you think they're hurting the industry in terms of like traditional actors and movie making?
I mean, a little bit, yeah, in movie making, because not many films anymore get the same budget as they used to, because we're moving off of DVDs and VHSs, and they lose 40% of their profit. Matt Damon just gave like this podcast about how the movies he used to produce, like Good Will Hunting and stuff, you just get a couple good investors because they're willing to invest so much more because the profit margins were so much bigger.
That's a great movie to even talk about, Good Will Hunting. It's like, hello, my name is Matt Damon. I'm going to write a film about a man in Boston who's never really had much education, just works dead end jobs, you know, like construction, and then like one of the kind of is a janitor, and then like knows everything there ever is to know. It's like he's just the most cockiest motherfucker and wrote the greatest film ever made. But it's like if you zoom out,
it's so well.
But
written.
if you zoom out and you look, it's like Matt Damon writing a movie. Like it's the whole movie's like talk about white male storytelling. It's like, here's the story of a white guy who's super attractive, who's a janitor, who's really dumb, who ends up being the smartest man on the planet, who gets himself into trouble on purpose just to be able to be his own lawyer. Come on. It's like if you really zoom out, it's like, okay, what are we really talking about here? Christian Bale says he owes his entire career to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Bale
passing on roles. He says in quotes, to this day, any role that anybody gets, it's only because he's passed on it beforehand.
I believe it.
What a compliment, huh?
I believe it.
What a compliment.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shout out to Leo, man.
Yeah, Leo really is. I mean, he's got quite the dating history, right?
Yeah.
Is it my turn? Yeah.
Yes.
He's got quite the dating history. He's got quite the dating history.
Dude, it's been your turn for a minute, man. But no, that was great. I'm just going to give you a round of applause for that segment you just brought us.
Oh, thank you. We're working on it here, folks. This next move, I've actually been planning the last 10 moves in my head, and that's why I've been taking a long time, because as I'm talking to the people, I'm actually thinking of how to murder you.
I have lost complete sight of what I'm doing with this game. Okay.
Right. You want to make a couple moves here before we move on?
Yeah, probably. Should get a little ahead of this.
Let's make a couple moves there. That was the wrong move, man. Yeah, what do you want to go right there? Want to go take that? Want to go take that horsey? Want to take that horsey? How do they do it in Monty Python? The coconuts.
I have no idea. No.
Monty Python.
Oh, darling.
You should probably be saying what you're...
I just took Nate's rook. I think that's a rook, right?
What'd you call me?
Yeah.
You call me Nate?
You heard.
The hard T?
Yeah. Dude, I took Nate's rook.
You took my rook?
Did
you take my bishop? Is that what you meant to say?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I believe it's called a bishop. Here in Those Boys, we're going to be educating you on the names of the chess pieces. But this is, what's that chess Netflix show?
Queen's Gambit.
This is the King's Gambit because we gender's a construct. But, brutal. I didn't even see that because I'm clearly not paying attention like I normally would. If I lose this game, it's because, dude, seriously, man. If I lose this game, it's because I'm nervous on the podcast.
Right, dude. Blame the nerves,
This
dude.
is some straight up entertainment, and I actually pulled some great comments from people on Reddit, which is, who are these people? Who knows? But I'll say their names. Big shout outs here. Big shout outs on those boys. Trevor Noah to exit The Daily Show after 7 years.
Good for the man.
What do you mean good? Like moving on?
You always got to move on, man. 7 years. You got to think about
gig.
how long.
Would you want to do like a daytime show daily? I mean, it's
so much, dude. So much fire
you'd
on
be
you.
so good at it though. Like, look how much work you're putting in. You could edit for one. I bet you could like work at one. Like,
I think it'd be fun, but people dedicate their lives to that shit, and I'm just not into TV anymore.
I think you also got to love the news.
Yeah,
you got to like die hard for the news. Like most people hate watch the news. I think Trevor like heart loves the news.
Yeah.
Like, he like love watches the news.
Yeah.
He's like, news. I love the news.
Yeah.
Just takes it all in every single day. And but
and
here
he honestly just has a gift for it.
Here's like I have Trevor Noah. I've subscribed to his YouTube. Like I watched all this shit. Me and Megan love him. And alternate gravity. This is just like Reddit takes. Says I'm gonna do like alternate gravities. You know, he barely like pulls in 400,000 viewers a night, much less in the coveted demo. He ranks dead last of the 13 late night shows in average viewership. There's middling YouTube channels that pull way higher numbers. No, he didn't quit. He was told he could leave gracefully, but leave he must.
What is this username of this person? Put him on blast.
Alternate gravity.
Alternate gravity.
Alternate gravity.
Hey guys, what's up? My name's Alternate Gravity. I live in my mom's basement.
Yeah, I live in my mom's basement.
But she's cool. She's chill.
And I play CAD. It's not Call of Duty.
Yeah, I play CAD. Play CAD.
It's called action.
I play CAD, W Zone.
Call of Action.
My name's Chad.
Determined. Stupid. 400,000 viewers a night. I did not double check that fact, and I don't believe that. But at the same time, I do believe that because everything you're telling me is online, and
also,
Twitch and Tinder and Bumble and all the other social media sites that people are losing these days to get all their high numbers.
400,000 viewers a night
for his
a night.
That's a lot, right?
That's keeping 400,000 people attention a night.
You're an idiot.
That's so many people. People think like, oh yeah, well, Justin Bieber's video got billions of views. It's like, yeah, over time, that can be that can be someone watching it 100 times,
right?
And it's views.
Well, here we go.
But live viewers, 400,000 a night. That's a lot.
That's like a whole following.
That's
like interesting.
Couple middle states.
I mean, YouTube really is changing the game. But the thing is, he has YouTube. He's got national television. There's a lot of layers.
Yeah, and then you have these streamers that have millions of people watching them, and it's like, wow.
It's insane.
Yeah, there's people more unpopular than the news.
Of course. BGVA, which I don't know if that's pronounced.
Okay.
Reads.
I haven't read the article, but a few years ago, Conan O'Brien cut his former hour-long show to 30 minutes to focus more on sketches and online content. I don't think this issue started with Trevor Noah. People in general just don't care as much about late-night talk shows or whatever celebrity promoting a movie compared to carpool karaoke or mean tweets. Which is why we're doing what we're doing now, right? Because I think like, isn't this the bridging the gap between like what used to be always only what television was like daytime, nighttime, Carson and Dave and all those people.
Yeah.
And now it's those boys.
Yeah. And I think, dude,
you have like Dave, you have Carson, and you have those boys.
Well, because all went to YouTube now.
Welcome.
Yeah.
To the future of entertainment, which is here and now.
Your turn.
You have anything you want to say on that?
On that.
I'm not doing that.
So, what is the comment actually saying about 30-minute content? That when Trevor Noah came up, he was part of the time where TV was trying to be more internet, right? Like content-wise?
I mean, it was Jon Stewart before Trevor Noah, and Jon Stewart handed the show to Trevor Noah. He's out of South Africa, and South African and touring comedian, and blew up in Soup Africa and then blew up internationally. And so then But no, he's been doing it. What did it say? 7 years or whatever. Yeah, like however long. So, I mean, YouTube's been around a lot longer. They've been posting stuff on YouTube. It's just the change to the short game and the change of TV to everything on your phone. People don't even use laptops anymore. It's like, I have a friend at work who's a nurse. And she's like, I don't even have a laptop. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, how do you? Oh, duh. Why am I even asking you? How do you do anything? Like, I do everything on my phone now. Like everything, even all my tags.
But it's happened so quick.
So I think that like he's been around during the last, I don't know. Yeah. We can move on. Want to move on?
Yeah. It's just actually really, it's like, it's got me to do a deep thought just about that.
About what?
About like how much the TV has changed in very quick amount of time. I always will blame the pandemic. I don't think the pandemic started it, but I like the change.
But like Vine was like short game and these like things that started
making it short game.
People to
the defeat of like late night television was defeated by the pandemic. I think like maybe they're getting some of their viewers back now, but like it was so bad that now it's just, I don't know. I think everything's going to streaming, but it just gets me every time I think about it, I get really lost in it. Yeah. It's just like, wow, what is the future going to actually look like? And it just sounds wild.
I mean, I think we're living it. We're doing this in our fucking
that's
we
what's
built a
so
podcast
wild
studio and just like record ourselves and edit it ourselves.
It's
and
crazy.
I'm producing it and you're editing. We're doing it together. I don't know, like Johnny Depp versus the Amber Heard trial gets movie treatment in quotes. It's called Hot Take Trailer 4 months after verdict. How disgusting is that shit?
Gets a retake? Say it one more time.
Okay, you got okay, man. Johnny Depp and the Amber Heard trial.
Yes, I know.
All right, they're getting a movie treatment, meaning like there's a trailer that just came out.
Oh, wait, someone's making their movie already?
Yes.
Oh my God, give it a couple years, guys.
Like, how disgusting, right? And it's called Hot Take. And the
Are
trailer just
either
aired.
of them involved?
I don't fucking know.
Oh,
but I do have some quotes.
What?
And I want you to read one of these quotes. But,
why are they making it so early?
I'm gonna read you this. This is from the user People Eating People.
Oh, this is a comment?
Yeah, this is from the user People Eating People, and they say. This movie is produced by Autumn Hish, a COVID-denying, anti-masker, anti-vaccine, pro-ivermectin, anti-abortion, anti-gun reform, pro-police, retweets alt-right grifters such as Ben Shapiro, who has liked several pro-Depp tweets and fan pages, and it will be on Fox. This falls into the same playbook as the Daily Wire, investing thousands into advertising the trial. Also, they cast actors the same age instead of Depp being 20 plus years older than her. So, Autumn Hish, go fuck yourself. Thank you, People Eating People. That comment seems like people eating, like, let me just let me take care of it.
Just eat you real quick. That's what it felt like. It's like, wow, I'm really happy I'm not this Autumn Hish girl.
Speaking of how
her name is.
entertainment's changing, that's a perfect example of how entertainment is like. You have Judge Judy, fast forward 10 years later, Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, live, ripping each other's lives apart. 4 months later, the movie, Hot Take, coming to you live.
Yeah.
Also, Ukraine and Russia, the documentary.
The documentary being filmed as we see it.
The live documentary in your home.
On Netflix.
The palm of your hand.
It's beautifully edited.
TikTok.
All these drone beautiful shots. Like, wait, this isn't a war?
Are you wanting to watch beautiful 4K in time World War footage? Find it on TikTok.
Exactly.
It's a different time. Different time, man. Different time. Did you go?
Is it my turn now?
It's your turn, baby.
All right.
You don't even know what I did because you weren't paying attention. Pay attention. Hold on, noodle. This is made by Simply Food. It's a Bitcoin hodl noodle. My friend gave this to me from work. I thought it was right at the beginning of the pandemic when Elon Musk and everybody was like blowing up Dogecoin and stuff, and they came out with a cup of noodles, like bowl of noodle called Stonks. Hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay, I went.
Oh. Thank you. Oh, I can't really go anywhere with that. What's up, bro?
Dude, sorry, I'm lost in the game now.
I was just looking at you like, oh, how like you're pulling a Bobby Fischer. You're all,
No, it's just because
Man, I can't go. Ah. Ah. You know, what sucks is that you're going to pay this much attention to the game right now, then you're just going to get out of conversation. The whole point is to have conversation and to make a move when you look at it.
Okay. All right. So it's my turn next.
You can just go. I got you.
Okay, I went.
Have you been following anything about Kanye West? Have you seen that? Any of the recent talk?
I don't know, man.
Me and Megan had a big talk about this today in the car, and I always, whenever Kanye West is brought up, and someone's like, "Oh my God, did you hear what Kanye West did? I can't stand him. He needs to get out." I'm like, I'm such a fan that I become that fan, and I'm like so defensive, and I'm like, "You don't know Kanye, like I know Kanye," and I like start supporting him.
Yeah, you really support Kanye,
and like
dude.
I just went off today, and I was in like, the statement's like, after Kanye West's White Lives Matter stunt, is it time to say enough is enough? So basically he went on Tucker Carlson and was wearing a White Lives Matter hat and shirt or something. I don't know. I haven't looked into it too much, but he's made some statements. And I did find one of the statements he made. So me and Megan had this whole conversation, and I like was the fanboy. I was like telling her I'm not really a fan over many artists. So like this is a big deal. I love the fact that most of my younger, like my teens into my adult life, throughout my adult life, I've just loved everything Kanye does as an artist, as a musical artist. And then all the other crazy shit, I've always just succumbed to the, I don't know, whenever he does something crazy, it's just brilliant, you know, like it gets our attention. It's like always really, really worked. So I've just been like, it's brilliant branding. Like he knows what he's doing. And I'm a fan. And then while I was looking up shit today, I like saw that Twitter, I think today, which it's, you know, this will not come out for a while, but on October 9th, Twitter locked his account after he posted anti-Semitic tweets or an anti-Semitic tweet. And look at me, look how good
What does that mean?
I even got
Semitic.
his face in my notes.
Anti-Semitic. Sorry if I...
Anti-Semitic?
Yeah, why can't...
Jewish?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't put
okay,
pieces
the whole point of this podcast is we're learning as we go, baby.
Man.
We're learning as we go. I think that's really good because then you can actually like put a definition. We can put a definition of what anti-Semitism is. But here's what his tweet said. I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew. Also, you guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda.
That's, man, I feel like he's going through one of his manic episodes. Yeah. That's what it makes me feel like. It's so much for my brain.
And I think that like, it's important to like, one of the things I was telling Megan is like, because I could just go off on this about Kanye and how like I have viewed him as a fan since I was like in high school. And so, and I've followed his career, but like, it's not like I followed his public life. I just see what everybody else sees. And I feel like a lot of the shit people talk about, I'm not even up to date on. And I'm just like, wow, man, there's so much like talk around what he does rather than like anything about it. Like he's always got people talking about what he does rather than the art he makes, you know? And I feel like that's part of his tactic is like, if you stay in the eye, you know, like the view of the eye or whatever, then like people will listen to your art as well, regardless if they like it or not. And it'll just all pop and use design and so much other things, Yeezys and stuff like that. But it seems like people have a pretty strong, you know, like for Kanye, not for Kanye. And this whole thing right now is creating a pretty big,
not for Kanye.
Pretty big, as Megan says, black Twitter. That's like, you know, like the huge, there's academic Twitter, there's black Twitter, there's all these different culture and spaces in Twitter. And there's a pretty huge uprising this time, like really upset. And you know, like, I don't know, like, what do you think about that? Like, as like being a musical artist and being in the public eye, and like, do you think we should hold artists and famous people like accountable for what they say on camera in interviews? Like, even it can't hold them accountable against their art. Like, that's the whole Shia LaBeouf. Like, Shia LaBeouf actually, you know, like beat, you know, abused his partner.
Yeah.
Whereas Kanye, like, I don't think he's in any history of abuse or anything. It's just about, he just says crazy shit and he wears shit that has a huge effect on people.
But there's a word for it when you're influential, and there's like it's like a mass word for it when someone is like that and they have that characteristics. Like, you can be like, I don't know, characterize with that. That makes sense? I don't know. I'm trying to, I'm sorry. Didn't conceptualize myself there.
No, what were you trying to say?
No, because he, oh man, now I'm losing complete train of thought. What was,
What do you mean? We're just talking about Kanye.
yeah, no, I get that. But remind me what we were just talking about.
We're just talking about how he made a anti-Semitic tweet and how he's wore the White Lives Matter shirt, and how like, should we hold famous people and artists, especially like musicians and producers, like the people that are really famous? Like, should we be holding people accountable for what they say in interviews? Even like, should we cancel them? Like, I guess it's another call on like cancel culture.
Like it depends. Like, how do you cancel somebody that still has like cancel culture? Is the whole culture comes together and believes it, and so it's kind of like you did something so bad that all cultures are kind of rejecting you, and now you're being canceled. And I don't think it's just like one population cancels somebody. It has to be.
Is,
I mean,
right?
it could, I mean, I guess it could, but like when you say one population, like you have to think about how many cultures are involved in that one population.
But I'm not talking about specific cancel culture. I'm just saying, where do you draw your line on Kanye? Do you think that?
Dude, you have a lot more support for Kanye than I do.
But no, that's what I'm asking. Like, what's your like take on it? Like, do you think that like him wearing a White Lives Matter shirt, meeting with an interview Tucker Carlson, what does that make you like?
It seems like he has a vendetta. There's something he's planning. Obviously, I couldn't see him fully supporting what he's saying, and so there's a reason behind him as an African American fighting for that. There's a reason why he's doing that. It's almost like there's an art behind it, I think, because I've always thought of him as an artist. And so what he does, when it's so extreme, I think he's acting out his art almost in a way. In his, even people want to blame it as bipolar or whatever, but I think he just expresses himself that way, if that makes sense.
I mean, it sells.
It does, but he doesn't need it. I mean, maybe he does.
But think about it. He's going through a crazy divorce. Maybe he's losing a lot of money. Maybe he needs a lot of money. He knows that merch is going to sell like hotcakes to a bunch of white people. Maybe he's playing white people. And I told that to Megan. I was like, maybe this is all play.
Totally
he wears,
could be.
He's a man of color. He's an artist that everyone hates, but then he meets with Trump. Like, there's so much shit he's done where I would totally 100% stand behind and be like, no, I disagree with this. Like, this is crossing. Like, you and your girl were over and we all watched Hassan Minaj's new special on Netflix, The King's Jester, whatever, which is fucking phenomenal. Go watch it right now if you haven't watched it.
Pretty amazing.
And he even said at the very end of his, special, it was like, spoiler or whatever. He was like, I draw the line, to where it hurts my family, and that's where I stop. Like, if it's going to hurt my family, I won't do it. And whereas clearly, I'm not sure if that's Kanye's line, or if that was Kim Kardashian's line. Well, what line are you willing to set?
I wonder what their family was like. They were both such public, like, eye people. They were so in the center of all the heat of the public. Their whole marriage, everything, and that's just who they were in society even before they got married and had their relationship. And so, like, the Kardashians and now Kanye, it's like an explosion waiting to happen is what I saw.
I just think, like, if you were super famous for signs and you knew that if you wore a certain thing on your head,
dude, yeah,
you'd make so many more views, would you do it?
It depends. I don't know. I don't think I would support certain things.
Would you take it in the ass?
No.
For more views, Zach?
No.
Would you take it in the ass for more views, Zach?
No.
Would you take it in the ass?
But I would wear a dope ass wig to get people to watch a music video. Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. Zach's willing to take it in the ass for more views.
I don't think that's what I said. I don't think it's what I said.
I printed out some other great comments on Kanye shit, but we're gonna move on. I'm sure we're like kind of running out of time here.
Yeah,
too.
we're at like a hour and 7.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we should probably try to finish this chess game. Yeah,
we could probably finish this chess game, but I'm gonna hit you with some stuff for you to talk about after we can talk about this. Peloton will be putting their bikes in every Hilton branded hotel in the U.S. Bam, which means you can like log in.
Yeah, it's because they're desperate. Legit, they came out and I saw it on TikTok today on another podcast. They talked about how in 6 months they're going to be bankrupt and they're going to have to be bought out.
Really?
Or something like that. And so this is their last move to get people on Pelotons. Yeah.
Man, this is a tough game, isn't it?
It's always tough to come back to. You got me into a Peloton right when the pandemic started. You really convinced me right when me and Alex moved out together. and then I got my Peloton, and I have only had terrible things to say about it.
I think that's part of who you are as a person.
No, dude.
I don't want to work out. That's why I don't like
You've
the
had your Peloton longer than mine, and yours always has worked well until I broke it.
This is what happened during the pandemic is they got so popular. They just started pumping out these bikes and seems like they did not make them
You got in,
efficiently.
I think you got in before they started
the last time
it.
you used my bike, you did break it, and I had to basically break it to fix it. So can you...
Yeah,
right.
it's a bummer, dude. I'm sorry.
Right. Radio, da 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 da. Some games that we play like this, chess is going to require some silence, thinking, because our plan is to probably play like Jenga and checkers and other things until we can like figure it out better and add it on.
Okay, I went.
I just think it'd be really cool. I'm not traveling at all. I just think that maybe when Those Boys opens up the door for us to start traveling more, like being interviewed on other people's podcasts, like Rick Glassman's, Bad Friends, Whiskey Ginger, Harland Highway,
Chad and JT, we're gonna go on.
Chad and JT, Your Mom's House, Bert's Cast.
Yeah. That'd be so fun.
All of that would be so fun. When we start traveling, it'd be cool to go to Hilton and then be able to use Peloton so we could log right in and be like, this is me working out. Save. iPhone 14 keeps calling 911 on roller coasters.
Oh, because of all the new sensors and stuff? That's hilarious.
Could you imagine? Oh my God, an entire park is in an accident. An entire amusement park is in a car accident. It's calling 911.
That's hilarious, dude. Oh my God.
You should use that as a cue to like talk about iPhone stuff.
Oh, dude, my iPhone has been giving me so much shit, especially today. I've had to reset my iPhone 4 times today.
Is that why you're going to upgrade to the new ones? Because yours is not.
I'm not going to go to 14. I kind of want to get off iPhones, man.
Why?
Because Tim Cook is kind of a fucking asshole.
That's why you want to get off the iPhone, is because the CEO sucks. Every company's CEO sucks.
I don't know. His response to that tweet really threw me off.
Oh my God. Grow up, Zach.
And they came out and said that after like 2 phone editions, they make an update that slows down older editions intentionally to get you to upgrade. They came out and said that that's what they do. They've been doing that, and they're not going to stop. And so my phone's getting shittier, not because the technology's dying. It's because their updates are making it shittier. It pisses me off. So I have a vendetta for iPhone, and I'm going to. One day I hope they get what they deserve.
Have vendettas for the iPhone, and once they switch, they regret switching.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not going to switch.
The Nobel Peace Prize in Physics is pretty amazing. And me and Megan talked a lot about it the other night. I know I bring up my girl a lot, but literally, like, we talk about everything all day, every day when we're with each other.
Did you go?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
Oh, okay.
What's the horsey? What's the horsey called?
That's the rook. No, that's the okay, you have the rook, you have the bishop, and then you have the what's it called, man?
Hey Siri. What's the horsey in chess?
I found this on the web.
Falcon.
What? That's bullshit. That is not true.
Fanon.
What?
What am I looking at? Chess fan. Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
The horsey.
The horse. We keep saying horsey, but you can just say horsey.
No, it's called the horsey.
Really?
It's a chess piece.
No, it's not.
There are 4 horsies in a game of chess.
Yeah, no. What are they called?
2 black and 2 white.
And what are they called?
The horsey move in an unusual among chess pieces.
The horsey.
Wait, the move in is unusual to other chess pieces. They're called the horsey. From what my watch just told me, they're called the horsey, Nathaniel. They're called the horsey. From what my watch just told me. Man, these edibles have been heavy.
What?
Yeah, but I took 2 of them.
If you're a pussy. Just kidding. Whatever, man. Whatever makes you happy, I guess. Finally, I got one of his pawns. I watched the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. And anyways, thank you for joining our episode for Moment to Reddit. That's been fantastic.
Yes.
One of our newer... Hey, welcome back to another rendition or edition of movie review brought to you by those boys. The bummer thing about this movie review, and I'm definitely down to talk about it on the next cast, because I think that what I'm going to do now is I'm going to choose movies that we both have to watch before the next cast, so we can both have our own review of that movie.
Okay.
The most recent movie I watched was Everything Everywhere All at Once, and let me just... might just be one of the best films I have seen
in a minute. It's a pretty good film.
Yes, and I know you said you saw it, and I, as always, get so deep into who made it, and here we have the Russo brothers that helped produce this film and made it directed by Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert. They're called the Daniels. That's how they're known. I don't know, they're amazing. And the Russo brothers. I'm pretty sure the Russo brothers are the ones that do a lot of the Marvel movies. If I'm correct, right? And so
they made this, Everything Everywhere All at Once?
About time and perspective and time travel. Not time travel, but like multiverse. And there's fighting. And it's like, yeah. And it was a small budget film. So the Russo brothers got into like small budget they never do. But
what's your opinion on the movie?
Oh, man. So it's basically like a whole take on like The Matrix is over. Okay. The Matrix was like in the late 90s, right? Where it was about everything's the code, and Neo can see the code of the walls and like everything. And he's the master of the master. And there's all these different people that can read. And once you get out of the Matrix, you're in like, the underground and you're living whatever. And that shit's over. There's no fucking code, right? There's multiverse, endless, the millions and billions of potential possibilities always happening simultaneously all around us in the multiverse, right? There's endless possibilities of you living, and every single decision you make has a connection of other potential decisions, in the multiverse and all that. Multiverse, all of that. And so this movie's kind of like, it's
that buzzing?
Yeah, it's probably something, I don't know what it is, but it might be your watch or something. But it's about a Chinese woman or Cantonese. I think she speaks Cantonese, but Chinese woman who's like being audited by the IRS for their laundromat, small business. And the whole take on the movie is her trying to get this, like audit done in the IRS and trying to get it by so they can keep their business running. And then all of a sudden,
actress that plays that woman is the same woman that was the mom in, what was that one with Lindsay Lohan? Friday something?
Oh, you mean
Freaky Friday? Yeah. That's what I always remember her from.
Oh, that's right.
But she did such a good job at being that character.
Why am I forgetting her name? She is Jamie Lee Curtis, right? No, what? Not Jamie Lee Curtis. Cast. I printed all this out for a reason. Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Is it Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah, starring Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah.
What a good
and then also
name.
the kid, the Chinese young kid from Goonies is the husband with all of his like belt. Like,
oh yeah. In this movie,
yeah. And he's like growing up, and he's like the dad, and he's like the husband or whatever.
Oh, I know.
And so cinematography by Larkin Seipel. Edited by Paul Rogers. Like editing was just so. It was so well done. Yeah. Music by Son Lux. That's how it's pronounced. Yeah. It was released in March. Mandarin, Cantonese, in English. The budget was $25 million. Box office was $100 million. Not bad. But super low budget film for the Russo brothers.
So when they say
the story made me cry, I cried. I don't want to give away. I mean, there's so many spoilers that I'm about to like want to get into. But go for it. What were we gonna say?
No. So you said box office was $100 million.
Yeah.
And what was the one before that?
The budget of the film was like $25 million.
Oh, so they made $75 million off is what they were saying
for the box office, like the day it came out.
Yeah.
The weekend.
Yeah.
Only one weekend. I mean, then you're making money off of that forever.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. It's a good amount of money. You would think that'd be a good investment.
And like when you watch it, you realize it's totally small budget. But like
I think in the podcast I was talking about, Matt Damon uses that video or that movie as an example of it's rare to see small budget films do well like that. And it's like the bets that are being made now very, very
Right.
particularly.
It kind of like is, I think it's a very modern approach to life and ourselves and humanity. And I think that the way it was done in a creative and artistic way was brilliant. And it hit home personally. But like, there was that scene, at the very end when she's, the mom is really, the whole goal is like, all spoilers here, like realizing like the love that trying to save her daughter from going into this the donut that she put all of her dreams into one area, which then caused all of time and space to crack. Because she put everything, the moment you put everything that you ever, all of your dreams and all of your aspirations, and you throw all of that into one donut, you know what happens? Nothing really matters. And so she's like the antithesis, or like the dark energy, right? Of like, if there's like endless possibilities and there's endless potential, and there's like millions and billions of versions of me doing anything that could possibly happen, but I'm living this life, then it just doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And so that everything everywhere all at once is this idea of like, if everything's happening all at the same time simultaneously, doesn't matter. And the whole take is like when you like skip through these, whatever they call it, universe skipping or verse skipping or whatever, like you take on the qualities of the person, their multiverse of you. And so there's like endless things, that you can be. And so it's similar to the Matrix, right? Where you can like program somebody like, I need to learn how to ride a motorcycle. And they learn it. Whereas this one's like, you're accessing another multiverse, like your other life in the multiverse. And because you've had every choice you make in this universe or this existence affects all the other, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. It's like, that's the whole take that you could talk forever on, like all the different angles they hit. But at the very end, there was that scene where, she's trying to save her daughter. She's trying to save her forever, like all these different versions. And she's like pulling her out of the dark donut. And there's like, she's in the car about to leave. I don't know if you remember this scene. You'll probably will as I say it, but like she's in tears and her mom's right there. And she's about to leave, like move out and leave the family, like, cause she's like done, like her mom's so mean, and she's like, or whatever. And her mom just is like, says this like really like real thing. And it's just like an honest, true love. I don't care. Like this, like, I just want you. I just accept you. And it was like this real, like, like I just accept who you are. And then she stays. And it like, while I was watching it, I was just like, brought me back to so many memories of me moving out and how there was like this split moment right before, or like when I was leaving the house, that dad was like, wait a minute, please don't go. And I was like, anyways, it just like brought back that memory.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this movie's so fucking good. And I was there like crying and because I cry so easily. And to like movies and stuff like that. But yeah, it just a great film. If you haven't seen it, I think it's a great take. I think Matrix used to be one of my most favorite movies, and Matrix is fucking over. Still a great film, but we've moved on. We've leveled up to the next stage.
Are you saying this is replacing the Matrix, Al, for you?
It's not replacing the Matrix for me. I'm just saying that we've like evolved above that way of thinking. This is not a simulation.
Oh, not just one simulation. If anything, it's a simulation.
We're not the center of the universe.
So many simulations.
Like they used to think that everything revolved, or like the whole universe revolved around the Earth. Then science learned that we revolve around the sun. So it's not about us at all. And then we learned that there's like endless amounts of suns, and there's planets revolving around them, which means that there's more than just us. There's more than just one, like there's more planets revolving around each sun, which means we are not the center of the universe. We're not the center of attention. It's not about us. So it's like, why does it matter then? Right. And like, that's where I think we are on the cusp of learning so fucking much. Like you have all of humanity before, and you have these huge discoveries. And then like the Nobel Peace Prize in physics just debunked one of Einstein's theories. And we can get into it, but I think we're out of time. So I'm not going to get into it. But I do think that everyone should go Google the Nobel Peace Prize in physics this year, where it talks about quantum entanglement, quantum mechanics, quantum physics, And it just blew our fucking mind. I'll leave you with this.
Well, we got to finish this chess game, no?
Yeah, but I'm going to leave it with this. Like, the universe is not locally real, and the physics Nobel Peace Prize winners proved it. Okay?
Wait. Repeat that one more time. What's not real?
And then I'm going to read this, and everyone that's watching this right now is going to be like, what is it? The universe is not locally real, and the physics Nobel Prize winners proved it. Experimentally, what they did was figure out a different way to know what properties something has without actually measuring those properties. They then compared this to the measurement of those properties. They didn't always match. Theoretically, this means that those properties are not persistent. They don't exist until we measure them, or they change because we measured them, or they never existed in the first place. Therefore, these things are not real. This has been known for a while. It's not new. What is new is that the scientists are claiming that they eliminated all external causes for these differences. They have nothing at all. Nothing at all is persistent. Nothing is real.
Oh man,
right. Exactly how I felt. Megan at this point was like this. Oh, because the film, and I'm like.
Yeah, no, I thought I was following you, man.
Here we go.
I thought I had you, and then I got lost.
This is by this, and we're wrapping this up here, but the Silver Six Raider is the name of this person. They said, let me give it a go. Okay, this explanation works. I'm holding two objects in my fists. Hold two objects, pick up two objects. I tell you they are related. For example, if I have a marker on one hand, we'll say a chess piece in one hand, and I have its cap on the other hand, the other chess piece. If I have a Lego on one hand, if I have another that connects it to it on the other, or those two that are played together. But you will never know what the objects are until you see at least one. Even if I give you hints what they are in your fists, it would not help. It's something small you can play with. Legos, puzzle pieces, Play-Doh, chess piece. You may get a lucky guess, but it may be something completely different. Right? As I'm trying to describe its qualities. The objects aren't real until I open my hand and let you see one. So if I'm holding this, trying to describe it, now you see it.
Now you know it's real. Now you know what it is. Yeah.
Okay. If your answer is, well, yeah, no, duh, it's a chess piece, then that's the point. You need to see something, perceive it, in order to give it meaning. It goes into much more like whatever quantum shit and blah, blah, blah. But the idea is, by you perceiving something, you immediately, by your perception, give it the qualities of what it is.
Yeah.
And there was that whole study where like molecules that were moving against a wall, and there was one where the camera wasn't focused on the molecules, and there was one where the camera was focused on the molecules, and the one that had the camera focused on the molecules changed then versus the one that didn't have the camera on the molecules or the eyes, which is like, that was like one of those studies that showed that visual perception of something changes its qualities. No, it doesn't change its qualities. It like the perception is what. Anyways, mind fuck, huh?
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing has been a mind fuck.
Yeah, it's a mind fuck because
been fucking in my mind.
Well, I think it's a mind fuck for a lot of science, and that's why it's hard to understand. But like, I printed out some just stuff that's just great to read, but I don't want to just keep reading. But I think all of what like. Is going on in physics right now plays into that movie, and that's why that movie is so awesome, is because you can get as deep as you want or as personal as you want, connect to it. How can you connect to that type of astronomical philosophy type of shit to real life?
So like those types of discoveries and stuff, they're great to be had, and it blows my mind that our science can take us that far, but I don't see what that solves.
What do you mean?
If we could prove that this is all like
it solves, think about it. You are not, nothing matters.
Exactly.
There's endless possibilities happening right now.
What does that solve for the present?
Meaning this, that there is a billion of you happening all the time, and all these different multiverses, meaning that there's one that's famous touring all over the world. There's one that's homeless. There's one that's a heroin addict. There's one that's married with kids. There's one they're all happening.
That by knowing, by the knowledge of that, you can be anything you want? Is that what you're saying?
No, by the knowledge of that, it means you don't matter, which means you probably...
Isn't that depressing though?
That's the whole point of everything everywhere all at once, is that there's different... Your perspective matters. How do you want to perceive? You create the world that you want. There's endless potential and possibilities happening all around you all the time, of you happening all the time, or anything happening all the time. And when you perceive anything, right, like I think it's like this idea of it actually takes a lot of pressure off. Like if you have to be so focused on you in this moment because you matter so much and what you're doing with your life matters. What if what you do really just isn't that big of a deal in the bigger scheme of the universe? You know, like what if it doesn't matter at all in the bigger, what if there's just endless things happening in multiple different dimensions that like really, when you think of it that way, and I think that a movie plays it where it's like, you know, it's like something doesn't matter. And it's like, but then every decision you make and every choice that you make has consequences and does matter. Like, I don't know. I'm going to get lost on it too.
I just keep, I mean, I'm following down the hole with you, but I think we're going down a rabbit hole of.
No, I don't think it's I think it's just like a way to start thinking about life, is that the reason why we're doing this, you've said it so many times, like, why does it fucking matter, man?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's sometimes like.
Because
sometimes you just got to live, dude.
There's so many people doing it now. And it's like, let's just get in there and do it. Let's have fun. Like, yeah. And I think that like, that's also just existence in and of itself. There's so many of me doing every possible thought thing that I could imagine. Like that's the whole thing in the movie. They have like the hot dog for fingers, like endless possibilities. They have to open up doors and they write with their feet. Like you'd be so surprised even in existence with our hands as hot dogs, we get very good with our feet. Like that statement's like, and then like he says that statement, like, I just want you to know that if there was in a life where we were just owners of a laundromat doing taxes, I'd still want to be with you doing that. And it's like, oh, you can be rich and famous and tour the world and not be the one you love because the choices that were made were to not choose love and you chose fame and success or whatever. And then at some point you realize, like, would I have been as happy being in love with the love of my life, owning a laundromat and doing taxes? And that's the whole point of the story, right? It's like she experiences all of her lives, all of these different roles. But when it comes down to it, the people in her life, no matter who they are, or like no matter what dimension it is or existence it is, like matter. The people in her life also really matter and love her. And there's always like a different character that plays this very loving role that is choosing to perceive the world out of love and light. And like, so there goes the saying, this is the way, baby. This is the way. Be the light. I think it matters. I think like you can choose how you want to be in this world, which creates the world that you want.
Oh, well, I fully believe
Which means what happens to you.
I think if we are multiple universes, that you're like this whole perception of that, I think that what the positivity in that is, then you can kind of choose your universe. You just have to believe it, you know? And it's like you have to call from the universe what you want. And like ask for it and like vibrate your way that way. That's the way I really think about it. Yeah, because I think
law of attraction.
I mean, yeah, no, dude, yeah.
Is that what you meant? Was
That's
law
what
of attraction?
Law of attraction, baby.
You're having a hard time talking right now, huh?
No, I'm just having a hard time talking right now.
Yeah, you just have a hard. We can wrap it up. It's late. We'll finish this podcast game or this.
Okay, so game. we gotta do it where it's like 10-second moves. We just gotta power through it. It's your turn.
But you should probably be talking in the mic while you're playing.
I know.
So I'm looking right now. I have a perfect plan to kick your ass.
I actually have no idea what.
Clock's ticking, buddy. Clock's ticking. Move that pawn up. Go for it. Yeah, move that pawn up, baby. Move that pawn up. Don't let me get that horsey.
Fuck, dude. But you get it no matter what, man.
Don't let me get that horsey.
You get it no matter what, dude.
Don't let me get that horsey.
Dude, I'm at least taking that pawn back. It's fine. It's fine. I already took one of your horses. I don't even give a fuck, man.
Check.
That's a real bitch. Oh, fuck. Actually, I can just... Yeah, come at me. Damn you, man. Shame on you. I'm gonna kill your family.
Oh my god. Why are you being that aggressive right now?
Because I didn't see that.
You're being so aggressive right now.
You gonna go, dude? You gonna go?
I got this right here. I got this.
We back playing chess in the garage. There's a lot of tension for this move. This move is utterly important. I wish I knew the names of the pieces, but we shouldn't learn all the names today. Okay. Oh, you're not gonna go for the horsey, which we learned was the real name. He's not going for the horsey.
Oh, this is hard, man. It's hard to play chess fast if you really want to win.
Well, that's why you gotta go
if you're
fast.
not good
That's
like
why
us.
but you're not moving. You gotta go fast. You just gotta throw moves out there, man.
Sorry, you're right. I don't want to think too much there. It's just a little bit high.
Yeah, I'm pretty high too. Those edibles are really hitting me like a fucking fire flaming dragon right up my uterus. Okay, keep going.
You don't have a uterus. You don't know what
Yet,
it's like. You
yet,
don't know what it's
I
like.
want that universe to be attracted. I'm attracting that universe now. Don't tell me what I can't beat.
Here we are playing the game of chess.
The game of life.
There you go. You sing to me.
The game of life.
Very pretty. Very pretty. Yes. Very pretty. I love it. I'm loving that right now.
That felt good to get that out of me. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Excuse me.
You son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
If that starts to stink up this
It
room,
won't. I'm all air, baby. I'm all air.
I'm gonna kill you.
It's all air, baby. It's all air. Can't do that. You're in check.
I'm gonna reverse that roll.
Nice try, dude.
Sorry, dude.
I do feel like it'd be nice to have like bam, ding, 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 ding,
You can add
ding,
it. Add it in post.
ding, ding, bam, ding, 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 ding.
Whoa, that sounds wild. Did you watch that little kid beatboxer, dude? Did you watch that little kid beatboxer?
Oh, that was amazing.
Holy tits, that kid can beatbox, man. I was like, dude, I gotta look up his age because he looks like he could be like 11, maybe 12.
It's pretty good.
And he's doing crazy stuff.
Pretty good.
Just gonna snatch that little pawn out of the way there. Oh, he brings the queen out.
Where's your other rook?
You took it.
I know, but where did it go?
No, but yeah, wait, where is my other one?
I don't know. Where did it go?
Was it always here?
Should be.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna take this one back.
No.
Because I didn't have two. I didn't.
But no, I did take one.
You took
Give
one.
that one back. Yeah, I didn't lose it.
No, I know. Oh, it's right down here. That's weird.
You didn't have it there to begin with, though. You lost that.
Or maybe I did when I spilled it.
I'm pretty sure you lost it, though, because I went there.
Where'd you go?
Remember, you took my piece.
Yeah, but these are in the corner. I haven't moved from this corner yet.
No, I wasn't there, though.
You took this rook
Yeah.
this way.
Then I took the other rook the other way.
What other way?
You just took my piece. I had a piece there. It was a bishop or something. Maybe it was another horse.
So you're saying you've taken both my rooks?
I don't know. Did I?
I don't think so, but whatever, dude.
How did you just take my other
Cheater.
piece? This is bullshit now, dude. The fact that you fucking lost your rook is
Whoa,
bullshit.
dude. This is how you always get.
No, it's just annoying. Nothing's legitimate with you anymore because you're such a fucking cheater.
Oh.
Fuck fucking cheater. You know, I'm gonna go back and post and look at this. I'm gonna learn how much of a cheater you are.
Daddy, learn.
I know that rook is not there. There's no reason why that rook should be there.
But didn't it go? It disappeared once we spilt on it. Where did it go after we spilt on it? Then what?
This game's fucked.
You're fucked. Wait, no, I wasn't doing that.
I'm like very annoyed. I'm like very annoyed. You know what? I'm smoking this joint out here.
Yeah, it's going long anyway. It's fine. Son of a bitch, man. All right, I'm moving. Didn't move.
Can you give me that little thing down there? That doesn't make sense because you wouldn't have done that a long time ago.
Because it wasn't there after we spilt on it. It wasn't there.
Whose fault is the spill? You should be able to. All
So
the pieces.
then, are you saying the water got me out? Are you saying the water got me out?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm chilling right now. I'm way too high. Those edibles are just destroying my brain right
I
now.
love you, man.
Go.
My turn?
Yeah.
Got it.
We gotta speed this up even faster.
Check.
No, I'm not gonna play the sounds. This is just now we're finally in the game. So the game's on, baby.
Oh, yeah. I'm very excited for this next move.
Come on. Give it to me. Come on, dude.
I know, man. I already fucked it up. Real good, baby. It's just easy to look at the board forever because we're not good.
Yeah.
We can only think one, maybe half a move. I'm like, I think if I move the piece up, nope, can't do that. Half a move.
True. half baby steps, baby.
Yeah. Half a move, nope, gotta go
Fuck
back.
me, man. I can't think of anything.
You're kicking my ass, bro.
All that for a pawn.
That's how your brain right now is just like.
That's exactly what's happening. You need to stop it. You're killing me right now. I can't think.
You got this, man. You got this.
Oh, you're gonna take him.
You got this.
You're gonna take my guy.
You got this. Every move matters right now.
It does, Daddy. Fuck, dude. Okay.
Yeah,
that was a good move.
That was it. That was the move you were supposed to make. I'm like pissed. I thought we were gonna be done. I did think I had you. I thought I had you there. Just massacre it.
Yeah, that's all that's next is the next big moves, man. We're trying to avoid the situation.
Kidding, I don't remember how to do that. That's something like that, though.
You just start doing crazy moves. Is that what you did? You didn't know? You didn't do it?
I'm crazy.
Yeah, I thought you had to be over here, but whatever.
I'm crazy. He's crazy, though.
What do you
I
got?
kind of want you to take my view.
Then you can take my face.
It's a little crazy sounding, I know. I did that on purpose. I wanted to make you feel that way. A little bit of a pawn can go a long way. Back it up, back it up, back it up. We're just making big moves here, buddy. You and I. Starting to get so fucking high.
I know, dude. And I gotta go. I gotta pick up dinner for me and my girl. But we have to finish this game. Fucker. Check. I don't know why I went there. Da-da. Go. Come on, you gotta go.
Gosh, so close. Check.
We can also, like in post, we can cut through our thinking times and only do when we were making moves. It would look a lot better. And then people can actually follow the game if they want to.
Oh man, I like almost have you so close. So close. But I just don't have you yet. And I can't really go anywhere. Not much I can do. Oh man, I'm lost here. Oh, it's so hard to go rushed, but frick it. Oh, I can't move that one.
Oh, man.
Check.
It's a good check.
I can't because I'll be in check, huh?
Come on. Oh my goodness. This game is so intense.
God, this is brutal.
Check. Now it's brutal. Fuck me.
I mean, you basically
Check.
You have me, dude. There's nothing I can. I'm losing pieces left and right. Nope, I can't go there. So I can't go here. Can't go here. Can't go there. Can't go here. Can't go there. Can't go there.
Oh, dude, check a matey. Unless you could have got me, but you can't get me because I beat you. Oh, dude. It's been a pleasure, my friend. Okay, what a long cast. I gotta go. I gotta go pick up
I'm
dinner.
thinking that what we'll do is we'll just like clip that throughout the cast too. Listen to those plays.
Yeah, I mean, you can do all that if you want
It's
to.
been fun. I'm tired too. Love you, man.
Love you, man. Before I leave, I gotta show you something.
Yeah, I know.
But that was episode 9.
Yeah.
So thanks.
We're done. We're done.
thanks.
Good game. Should we now know that chess is tough?
Chess is tough.
Maybe we'll do Jenga.
Jenga will be a lot easier next
Yeah.
time. Catch you next time. Catch you in the flippity flip. I didn't want to be such a roller coaster on that whole podcast.